Well, it says right here on the sign, Forest to Faucet, and that's what we're going to talk about for the next few minutes here on Good Morning Arkansas. We're on beautiful Bufflehead Bay Trail on the shores of gorgeous Lake Maumelle. It doesn't get any prettier than this. But did you know that 61% of the drinking water statewide comes from forested watersheds just like the one behind me? Don't have to believe me. I got a couple of folks here who are going to step in here and talk a little bit about it. This is Raven Lawson with Central Arkansas Water and Max Braswell, our old friend from the Arkansas Forestry Association. Thank you to the two of you for being here. Let me start with you, Raven, and let's talk a little bit about what we have behind us right here.
So behind us here is Lake Maumelle. Lake Maumelle is part of the water source for 500,000 Arkansans in Central Arkansas. So that's about 1 in 6 people in the whole state drink the water that comes out of this lake or Lake Winona.
Well, it turns out that these forests and these watersheds have such an important symbiotic relationship, Max, and it takes a partnership, a collaborative to make sure this works, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And in fact, we started a collaborative, not the Arkansas Forestry Association, but a group of folks back in 2015 that had an interest in clean water, and also had an interest in healthy forests. And what a win-win.
Yeah.
And we understand now that the best land use around a watershed is to have a healthy forest around it. And so the collaborative has been working together all this time, has had multiple projects, really a vast array of different partners that we can talk about as well.
Yeah, and I want to get to that, but I want to talk a little bit about how this works. How does the forest help clean the water?
So for a watershed, it's not just the lands that are directly around the edges of the lake. For Lake Maumelle, for instance, it's 88,000 acres of land that impacts the water. So anytime it rains on any of that landscape, that rain has the potential to influence the water quality that is in the lake.
Because the trees and the vegetation act as a filter?
Absolutely. So our forests are our first line of defense. They are our filters. Long before the water ever gets to the treatment plant, our forests start doing the work for us.
Now, Raven, right behind the camera is an area that's a perfect example of a managed area. When we talk about a managed area, explain exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, so the Bufflehead Bay Trail wraps around our demonstration area. So if people want to see what a managed forest looks like, this is a great place to come and view that, because to the untrained eye, it looks just like a normal forest. But what we have done is we have come in and done prescribed fire many times over in this unit, and we've actually thinned about half the trees out, and you would never know that.
No, absolutely not.
So the combination of prescribed fire and ecological timber thinning is what is giving us this lush understory, and all of those native plants have these vast root systems that really act as those forest filters that we've talked about.
Yeah, and Max, I know the majority of land in Arkansas is forested land, right? So it is important anywhere to manage it properly.
Absolutely. In the industry, we would call those working forests, because they're being managed. That is going to most likely ensure that they will always be in forests. And this is just a great example of a win-win, and that we can get the things that we want. We can manage the forests. We've taken some trees out. We've gotten all this understory. We don't have to have one or the other. We can have everything we want out of our forests, including clean drinking water.
Well, and of course, this beautiful site is for more than just drinking water. You may see the boats behind us over here, but it's a great space for all Arkansans. This magic is happening all over the state, though, isn't it?
It really is. This is not just a Central Arkansas collaborative. We've got partners in Northwest Arkansas, North Central Arkansas, South Arkansas, and they range from forest industry to, of course, water utilities, regulatory agencies, natural resource organizations, all, again, with a focus on creating healthy drinking water and healthy forests.
There's an organization which I told you before had not been familiar with. It's called the Arkansas Forest and Drinking Water Collaborative, and they're sort of the glue that keeps us together, right?
They are, and that's the group of folks that we're talking about. If you want to go out and look for them, they have a great website with a lot of great information, as does Central Arkansas Water. It's just been a great opportunity for AFA to do what we like to do, which is partner with folks.
Yeah. And there's one more thing about this that we should mention, other than this is a great place and everybody's in favor of clean drinking water, but because of all the work that trees and the vegetation do, we're saving money.
Absolutely. So we manage the forest first and foremost for the water quality, but the better the water quality, the less filtration costs, the less electricity it takes to treat the water, the less chemicals it takes. We can do it much more quickly and efficiently, and every little bit of savings that we can collect along the way is passed on to the consumers on their bill.
There's a lower number on your water bill. Yeah, that is great news. Thank you for doing what you're doing and working together and making this happen for all of us. It is great to see you, Max. As always, appreciate it.
Thanks for letting
Continued
us
success. And you too, Raven. Thank you very much. Come out, enjoy the trail, enjoy Lake Maumelle, and when you get your water bill, thank these guys. Back on Good Morning Arkansas right after this.